So I right before I hit the start button, the dog was just kind of over here. Just, my mom just left, and he's pretty bummed. Um, you know what? I made the move. It's funny. It's like there's so many reviews out there. If you haven't seen them for Mario Kart World, where people like they're just giving it like weird feedback. And when I played it, I was like, you know what? Like I'm not really the biggest Mario Kart fan, but I did like every time I played eight, I liked eight. And for some reason, World just wasn't really clicking with me. I don't have that same thing about having any strong opinions about the open world. It's just like I don't know. I feel like I would rather play another thing. The hell is that? Is there another weird? Did I? I don't know. Whatever. I'm not clicking that. But yeah. So vidjagames, man. Anyway, uh, deleted Mario Kart off of here finally. So the thing is, like, when it comes to Switch 2 games, like, man, I was talking to somebody about them, and I was like, Switch 2 is like, it's cool. It's definitely cool, but the problem is that like when it came out, the big game that they had was just Mario Kart World, and that's like it's strange because it's just another Mario Kart. Does that make any sense? Like when the Switch came out and you had Breath of the Wild, that was completely different from anything else. Um, GameCube, you got like I don't know if it was a launch game. I mean, you had Super Smash Brothers Melee, which was like a huge step up from 64. Um, you got Monkey Ball, which is completely different. You get Wind Waker at some point. Um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of consoles. Wii came out with what's it called? Um, why can't I think of what the game's called? Whatever, the Wii Sports. Okay, I was gonna say like Nintendo Sports, not Wii Sports. But yeah, this comes out with Mario Kart, like for real? And then what it should have come out with, if they had just waited, they could have put this out right here because I feel like Donkey Kong Bonanza is a way stronger title. Or would have given you options like, hey, do you want the racing game or do you want the platformer? And like this is like completely different. It feels like Mario Kart World kind of had to scale things back, which isn't their fault. It's the same issue that fighting games run into. Like if you play Street Fighter Five and then six comes out, and you're like, where are all the characters at? It's like, well, because they had like 8 years to add characters. Mario Kart's just weird because they just made changes. They did add a cool new mode though. Anyway, yeah, Metroid Dread installing because I have not played that yet on Switch 2. I'm pretty sure it's going to look the exact same. Um, let's see. Let's see. Unmetal. I could load this up.
Once upon a time, a Soviet war helicopter entered Allied territory. The aircraft was intercepted and shot down. As the pilot emerged from the wreckage, he was arrested by the same bastards who shot him down, and later was brought to a military base for interrogation. That pilot was me.
Name?
My name is Fox. Jesse Fox.
You don't seem to be Russian.
Russian? Me?
You were piloting a Russian aircraft 2 hours ago.
I also drive a Toyota, and I'm not Japanese.
All right, Mr. Fox. Before arresting you, I'm obligated to write down a report with your version of the facts. So tell us what the hell you were doing in that heavily armed Soviet helicopter.
It's a long story.
Sergeant, bring us some coffee.
Yes, sir. Wachowski, bring the lieutenant some coffee.
Well, Mr. Fox, we have plenty of time. Explain what happened.
In 1972, a crack commando unit threw me in a prison for a crime I didn't commit.
You're under arrest for a crime you didn't commit.
I promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the underground, trying to survive from these soldiers of fortune.
He's gonna be killing his voice.
Let's
So-
start from the beginning. How did you escape from that cell?
Piece of cake. I just had to write a note.
A note? Where'd you get the paper from?
I used toilet paper.
I see. And how did you find a pen?
A pen? I was in a dirty, grimy cell, not in an office. I wrote the note with a rusty wire, using my own blood as ink. I scratched my arm with the wire and got to work. It wasn't easy. The toilet paper tore under the pressure of the bloody wire. Those bastards gave us cheap paper, one ply, unscented, and unpatterned.
Why did you break the toilet? Why not grab the paper like a normal person?
You know how prison is. It's kill or be killed. And I wasn't going to be killed by some dirty toilet.
Hey, you moron! Holy Jesus. You schmuck. Do you really think I'd be stupid enough to kill myself? Kill myself?
Go in here.
I left the guard locked in the cell. Then I threw away the key and got out of there.
Mr. Fox, what about the noose? Where did you get that from?
Where did I get the noose? Are you seriously asking me that?
I am, Mr. Fox.
I'll tell you later. When leaving the cell, I found myself in a prison yard surrounded by some buildings. There were piles of boxes and other stuff here and there. And the ground was plain dirt. Oh, and it was night.
Oh, I gotta type stuff. Hold on, my bad.
box contained some filthy cloth scraps. I made some handy bandages to prepare for when I would get wounded. Bad news, dirty cloth rags don't heal you. They just stop the bleeding, and I ain't got time to bleed. Good news, I could reuse these rags as much as I wanted. Good dirty cloth is hard to come by. I thought everyone would be asleep at night, that it was safe to escape. I was dead wrong. I noticed the presence of two guards on the night shift.
Heard something.
Okay. I don't remember if when the game originally came out, if they showed markers. Again, I own this on PC, so if I don't know if I explained this or not, but this is basically just a parody of Metal Gear. Um,
I need to pee.
was waiting to see him pop up on the camera, but I guess not. Hold on. There's another game. Song Dread. There's another game that I'm wondering, like, do I own that on here? I can't remember where I own different games at. Between like here and PC, all I have is Switch. I got Switch, Switch 2, and PC in terms of like modern consoles. Um, let's see. Pee Wee. Pee Wee. Hey, buddy. Collection of Mono. I got that installed. Xenoverse 2. Game I'm wondering about. It's a game. Like, no, this one right here. It's like, do I have No More Heroes stuff? I don't remember. Alright. I've also got Nier. This is a game I'll install, and then I have to do that intro, and the intro is like 40 minutes before you can save. It's not super difficult. But that right there, every time I have to redo that, because I did it on PC. So getting to that on the Switch has always been a challenge. Like, I've done it once, and I think I deleted the save because I made a little bit of progress after that and couldn't remember what I was doing. So 12.2. No. I Atari 50 is not. They're supposed to show me how much space I need, but instead of showing me how much space I need, it's like, okay, that's it. That is it. Hmm. That Sweet Carol game is a lot more likely to get deleted than some of this other stuff. I didn't realize Catherine was that big. I sure do wish they would tell you how big the games are before you install them. They keep it like a mystery. That's fine. We'll skip that. I'll delete this.
Hey, over here. Hey, over here. Hey, over here.
Under some crates, I found my salvation. A sewer hole. There was no ladder, and I couldn't see the bottom. I needed to find a ladder or rope if I wanted to go down.
Hey,
Hello? You talking to me?
affirmative. My name is Colonel Alan Harris, 5th Battalion.
I'm Jesse Fox.
Ray?
I'm not military, Colonel.
Then tell me, Fox, what the hell are you doing here?
I've been jailed for a crime I didn't commit. Do you know how to get out of here?
Try to escape through any sewer. There must be one nearby, 'cause it stinks when it's hot. Once outside, move along at nighttime and sleep during the day.
What about you, Colonel?
I've been tortured. My legs won't make it. But if you bring me a radio, I can help you escape. Hold on, Harris. Are you sure you heard him say Alan Harris?
Yes, sir. Saw him yesterday.
Look, Mr. Fox, Colonel Harris died a month ago in an ambush.
Well, it's the name that stubborn old man gave me.
I see. I'll write down in the report that you talked to Colonel Harris after his death. Continue your story.
As I was saying, I searched for a radio to bring him. I took a coin off the guard.
Money? What'd you intend to spend it on? I suspect there's no shops open for an escapee on a midnight run.
Who said anything about spending? I used it to distract soldiers. I quickly found out that guards love picking up free coins off the ground.
Heard something.
I picked up the guard's radio. Without encryption, I knew other guards could listen in on my conversations with Harris.
I see. You still haven't told me how you got that noose.
I'll tell you later. As I was saying, I needed to find a special encryption circuit to install in the radio. had the circuit. I just had to attach it to the radio.
The hell is the mini thing?
I was injured and losing blood. I had to heal that wound before I bled to death.
You stole a one-eyed man's patch?
A one-eyed man that would shoot me without hesitation.
Oh man.
Because it was his job. What you did was macabre and suggest you might have a fetish.
Holy Jesus.
Well, that patch turned out to be handy to create a lethal weapon.
Be quiet.
Hey, buddy. I have no paper. Can you bring me some?
Here you are.
Thanks, man. You saved my ass, literally. What the fuck? What sort of paper is this? It's only one ply, unscented, and unpatterned.
It's the kind the prisoners use.
Fuck, that's why their hands stink so much. By the way, who are you? I don't recognize your voice.
I'm Lieutenant Marcus Stevenson.
Lieutenant, you say? Sir, I apologize for my manners. I did not know your rank, sir.
Relax and clean up your rear guard well.
Sir, yes, sir.
You broke down the door and attacked a guard while he was on the toilet?
Yes, I beat the shit out of him.
Is that a joke?
No, I literally beat the shit out of him. That toilet paper wasn't unscented anymore.
Let's move on.
I ran into a guard as I went in. bastard saw me. I had to knock him out before he killed me. With those first aid kits, I could disinfect and heal my wounds. Good news, those kits stopped any bleeding and also healed my wounds over time. Bad news, once you used them, they were gone.
Heard something. Mike! Are you...
Stop it! Hey, sleep!
All right, I needed to know what was going to happen there. All right, we're going to go ahead and switch games. I need to check out Ninja Gadeen. Find a toilet first, though. I don't have to find a toilet first. I think this is a toilet. All right.
The evil, dark dragon blade. A legendary sword, said to have been carved out of the bones of a black dragon. It brought plague and death to the world during the age of ancient myth. It has been sealed by those of the dragon lineage since the dawn of history because of its incredible capacity for evil, made possible by the souls of the vanquished black dragons that dwell within it. It is said that if the blade's seal were to be broken, it would gather the hatred and evil of mankind and confer it upon the one who wields it, transforming him into the devil incarnate. However, not even those of the dragon lineage who protect it know the true extent of its power. The dragon sword, another weapon protected by the dragon lineage since ancient times. This sword, which is said to have been used by ancient warriors to slay the black dragons, is now handed down from generation to generation in the Hayabusa ninja clan, the modern descendants of the dragon lineage. And now, sword is gripped firmly in the hands of young ninja Ryu Hayabusa.
it this far. The dragon sword. So your father is still in the sacred wilderness.
Yes. He has entrusted me with the sword while he continues his training. He never seems satisfied with the power he wields.
Someday you will come to understand the pursuit of power. Perhaps beginning with your training here. And what of the sister blade, the dark dragon? Has he left you in charge of protecting it as well?
It remains in the village under the protection of my father's clan. They will ensure that the sword remains untouched. Its dark power sealed.
It is a shame that such a sword must go untouched, such power unused. Alas, I am not of the dragon lineage. The sword is not of my concern.
Yes, I'm here. Alright, my bad. She's got a great ass.
Hayabusa village.
Oh my gosh.
Mastered you.
What am I? I'm a head ninja. I have such a soft spot for when they do these it's it's the games from like this time period, or retro collections in general, but like when they have there's a group I follow on Steam, one of the what's it called? Um starts with a C. Whatever. It's like the ones that do like the little collections. There's one that I have for PS2 games, one that I have for Xbox games, and they go through and they tag any game that came out on Xbox, and it'll be in like one thing. So you can go there and be like, oh hey, they've got like Freedom Fighters, or they got Ninja Gaiden, or they have the Halo Master Chief Collection, or whatever. Some of them will be technicalities, but it's still like it's neat. Mostly because back then, like playing this game on the Xbox, to me, the Xbox was huge. The thing is like it's like a VCR or whatever, and it was heavy too because the hard drive that was in it. Um, but now I can just play this on my Switch. That's crazy. Or again, looking at the games I have on here, Catherine was from PS3. This is MGS3. The Metal Gear, the Master Collection has been patched. I didn't think it was all that bad when it came out, but some people thought it was like unplayable. You get MGS 1, 2, and 3 in there, plus the old games, as in Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2. That's what I do. Anytime I get a new... I keep thinking about upgrading my PC, but I'm more interested in getting another Steam Deck. But if I upgrade my PC, usually the first thing I do is set up all my emulators and then see if I can run them at like a higher resolution or like what games I can play. Like, oh, can I play like, I don't know, what's that game? Virtua Striker? Like Virtua Striker 3. Will that run okay now? Or can I run it in like a higher resolution? Yeah, I gotta switch to so I can play old games. The biggest game I'm looking forward to right now, as a person who's not a fan of the series, we're gonna go on here. Comes out in a couple of days. Not so much for the game. Well, I do have a soft spot for the older games in the series. No. Oh, here we go. We'll go to coming soon. 2 point. No, not that. Right here. I'm looking forward to these right here so much. Not so much for the games themselves. Like, I do like old Mortal Kombat. I like MK9 and 10 also. Not so much 11 and 1. But these games... yeah, I can actually show you it from the screenshots here. All right, so the company Digital Eclipse, they do a lot of really cool collections. Yeah, it's okay. So it's $4.99, $50. But so they are old, and you can also emulate them, which is totally fine. But I like seeing what they put in these collections, and the thing that it's the interviews, behind the scenes stuff. Like the developer documentary stuff, like here's the making of, here's what inspired this game. They'll show like prototype art. They put the games in like a weird context sometimes. It's not so much just for the games themselves, but speaking of the games, like Mortal Kombat, at least here in the US, was like huge. Like Street Fighter was a big deal. Street Fighter changed arcade games, kind of like brought back arcades. Mortal Kombat comes along, and they, from what I understand, they did things the way they did just to stand out in the arcade. Like they used real actors because it would look different. And then instead of using like the 3 punches and 3 kicks, like we're gonna have 2 punches, 2 kicks, and a block button in the middle. So that way, when you see the machine too, it also looks different from everything else out there. This is coming from somebody who's not like the biggest Mortal Kombat fan. I'll almost say that I'm not a fan at all, really. I do like the old ones because they were creepy to me. So I'm assuming this is the arcade version of like UMK3 because Scorpion's there. You got Mortal Kombat 2, arcade version, I'm assuming. But then you get like this right here, and this is the type of stuff that I find to be the most interesting, is when they make these collections of games, and they have, like, oh, hey, this is the best game. This is the best game. We got UMK3 in here. But we also have like the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat 3. Or the Game Gear version of Mortal Kombat 1. Or I think they're going to have some of the Game Boy games in there too, and like other weird versions of the games. Yeah, there's all this stuff here about No More Secrets, where you can just turn on all the cheats that they had without having to worry about knowing the codes, or you can use the codes if you want to also. There's a, what is it, UMK3 WaveNet edition or something? That was like another version that came out back in the 90s that had online play. That'll be pretty cool to check out. Seeing these dudes and hearing them talk about how this, where they got the idea from and how it like shaped their careers. Because Midway wasn't, they were making really cool games, but when Mortal Kombat came out, like that game blew up so crazy. Anyway, whatever. But that's like my most excited or interested game for this year that's left. That, and maybe if it comes out, there's a DLC for Atari 50 right here that's going to add in Namco games. Like Pac-Man for the Atari, which is bad, but it'll be interesting hearing them talk about like why. It was also like a bestseller. Hang on. My bad. For me, if they do a collection of like, say, again, I'm I'm an American. I like soccer. No, if they did a collection of international or sensible soccer, and it was just the collection of like the old games up to a certain point, I'd be like, yeah, I'll and they have like developer interviews or something like that. Like, I would absolutely go for it. You really only need one of those games because the mechanics don't really change between the games. But it'd be really cool hearing about them talk about like, hey, here's how we made like 1 and 2, and they had the one that was like on the moon or whatever, and all these other spin-offs. Yeah, soccer. Not football's. They're playing football right now on American television. Look at how realistic it looks. It's just like real life. Sporting a soccer team. Oh man, it's so dumb. There's so much stupid stuff in this country. The idea of taking another globally recognized sport and then being like, no, that's not what we're calling it over here. We're calling something else that we made up. So in the U.S., American football, um, there's a team. There's a lot of sporting. I see. Um, there's a lot of racism, I guess. Just stuff that's like throughout culture here that you don't even, people didn't think about forever. And as time goes on, especially over the last like 10, 15 years, they try to become more like aware of like, yeah, I guess that is kind of messed up. Um, they had like the Cleveland Indians, which they later renamed to the Cleveland Guardians. Okay, can't kill the birds. That's fine. They also have. There's another team that what is it? It's the Washington Redskins. That was my dad's favorite American football team. How do I get in here? Damn it. There we go. No. American football. American hand egg. Um, so the when Cleveland renamed their team, the Cleveland Indians baseball team, they went with the Guardians. Whatever, it's a totally fine name. When Washington's old football team was called the Washington Redskins. And for a long time, people were like, what's offensive about that? And I'm like, man, calling Native American people Redskins was absolutely, there was nothing but racism behind that. Whatever. Anyway, so they went through a period of time when they were going to change the name. And it took them forever. And in the meantime, they were just calling them like the Washington football team, which I really liked because it sounds like, pardon me, a soccer club. Like Sporting Club Portugal, whatever. Washington football team, when you'd see it, was just like a giant W. That's all they had on their thing. They changed their names to the Commanders. Whatever, I guess. But I was really hoping that they just left it as like Washington football team. There's a whole movement to try to make it more like, soccer. Let's do differentiate the two. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Probably gonna switch over to Catherine soon. I don't remember if I bought that for my friend or not. She ended up loving the game though. I forgot. I think I have. Hold on. There's another collection of games I think I own on here too that I always forget about. These are games that now I have a soft spot for. Back when they were new, I didn't really care for all that much. I'm not a huge fan of them now, but we will see. Pac-Man World Repack. I bought that on here because I've heard great things about that game. Yeah, Tomb Raider. I'm not a big fan of the old Tomb Raider games. I love the modern trilogy, but I didn't care for the grid-based movement stuff. All right, let's go. Well, he can do like wall climbs and all this stuff, but he goes up ladders kind of slow. Life of the gods. It's like what's behind the waterfall? It's a video game. Always something behind the waterfall. So weird. So the dude that made these games just passed away. Or the head studio head. I don't know. Maybe he was the top producer or whatever. Itagaki. In the last like week or so. Could have been longer than that, but that's when the news came out. Um, but like literally right after he passed, Ninja Gaiden 4 came out, and it's from another company. It's not from this company. It's not from Koei Tecmo or Team Ninja. It's from Platinum Games, who do like Bayonetta and stuff. And people say those games feel the new one feels kind of like Bayonetta with like a Ninja Gaiden skin or something. Hello, I'm a head ninja. I mean, I don't have any opinions on it. I don't know if there's a demo or not. It's the kind of game where I'm pretty sure if I was to play it, I would just rather just play it. There's the other one too. There's the 2D ones. There's what is it? Ninja Gaiden Ragebound and the new Shinobi. I think the Shinobi game also has a subtitle. I just can't remember what it is. Fuck is that thing? Um, First off, Portugal is a very lovely place that doesn't really have huts. You're thinking of Brazil. Okay. Apparently a sword is not a blunt object. Fine. Paper. Oh man. She is still in Florida. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're like paper houses in a place like Alabama in an area called like Hurricane Alley, and people are like, "Oh, my house blew over. What happened?"
A dark samurai clad
Only she knew those shoes would be so much more
armor.
popular in like the mid 2000s.
You do not attempt to fight it.
Well, you do have more fans than I do. Somehow, you don't even stream. Oh man. I'm going to continue being a hater. This is absolutely right. I don't understand any of it. Trust me, when I get my sex change surgery and I become a beautiful woman, you'll see. You'll see. Yep. podcast, I'm gonna have topless streams. Yeah. But why? There are people I see like that, and I'm like, oh, this person just has subscribers on their like YouTube channel. It would be for something stupid too. It's like let's just say, I don't know, there's like a video like that weird, remember the weird is it a grapefruit or eggplant? I think it's a grapefruit. The grapefruit technique video, the famous video. And like there would be a girl that has a comment. She's just got a picture up and it's like, "Oh man, I tried this technique with my boyfriend." And all of a sudden you check her like profile like 5 days later and she has like 1,300 followers. It's like, what is this? No videos posted. Nothing. Like maybe like a cute profile picture and that's about it. Meanwhile, I'm over here busting my hump. I'm bust. You don't understand how much I have to sacrifice. You know, I have to go do my job, and then I come home, and on my day off, I have to play the video game, and I have to work so hard. What did I do? I put the head on the statue, and I feel like something's supposed to happen. I was just trying to restore peace. So cold in the D. I thought you go to the bottom of the hill. There's a thing. Can't go over this. Can't open the door. Another of the high abuse of brethren, slain by the invading enemy forces. His inability to protect his village must be haunting him even in his afterlife. What a dick. Oh. Oh, duh. Just drop down. Is this the shop? Is this where you learn techniques from? Seeing this man right here makes me wish even more that Chrono Trigger was available on the Switch. There are so many games that are not available on the Switch that I don't understand. I don't understand why it's the case. No. Alright, man. I will see you later. I am out of materials right now. Check back later. I doubt it works, but I'm gonna see if I can use this wooden sword on that stone. Is it here? Yeah, it is here. I'm very confused. It shouldn't be this. It should be like a hammer or something. I just don't remember what kind of weapons you get. I'm sorry, that's the... It's very punk. Great comboed horse. Comboed the shit out of that horse. Nice. Oh, there's another damn horse. Stupid horsey boys. What do we got? You mean Tom Cruise? Oh, come on. He pulled... What a jerk. What a jerk. Sure. All right. I feel like I remember fighting whatever this boss is. I'm gonna go ahead and save again just in case. This isn't a boss yet. Is it? This looks like a boss. Nice. Waking my boss. Man, if only there was a way I could track this guy. That's not what I wanted to do. What the fudge, man? Okay. Where's the damn? How do you use this? Two more of those. One of these left. I'm supposed to do right there. I don't know how to use the damn the ninpo. Maybe it's select. I'm a ninja dog now. Ah, I found it. I found them. How much chaos is going on here, man? So much like it's not the enemy. This is actually the issue I had with the Ninja Gaiden 2. It's like the enemies themselves weren't hard. They will put you in these situations where it's just straight up crowd control you have to deal with. Alright, cool. Suplex City, bitch. How bad did I do? Master Ninja. Wow. Strongly disagree. How many items I used?
My network of ninja have uncovered the reason for the attack.
My network of ninja.
The samurai who burned the village was Doku, lord of the greater fiends of the Vigor Empire. It appears as though the Vigor Emperor seeks the power of the Dark Dragon Blade.
Doku.
Count Dooku. Count Doku? Yeah. I remember being here. I definitely remember being on a blimp and being like, this is really weird.
The Holy Vigor Empire, a strange dictatorship veiled in secrecy. Its exclusionist foreign policy makes for very few ways to enter the country. One of the only remaining routes is by airship to the capital city of Taiwan.
Hospital's here. This goes. All right.
We'll soon be entering ZDR's atmosphere.
The bounty for this mission does not seem appropriate. The risk clearly outweighs the reward. Treat our lost assets with care, lady.
Entering the atmosphere in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uploading data.
So, you've accessed a network station. Well done, Samus. I have reviewed your vital signs and video log from the data you uploaded. I've run a full analysis, but I cannot account for why you lost consciousness. My readings indicate dramatic physical changes in you. Whatever caused these changes seems to have stripped you of most abilities. You might call it physical amnesia. That brings me to your assailant. I am checking the Federation database against your video log. It appears to have been a Chozo. The attacker's identity is not yet clear. I have determined that you are somewhere within the depths of ZDR. Your top priority should be to return to your ship on the surface. This situation is precarious. Trust your instincts as you navigate upward. This planet appears to consist of multiple areas. Shuttles, elevators, and other modes of transport connect them. Keep an eye out for ways to reach the surface. The ship's location is marked on your global map. Check it for yourself. You may encounter pockets of low temperature. Your Metroid DNA renders you vulnerable to such environments. Spending time in cold areas will be harmful to you. There are many such cold areas scattered underground. Do not enter them with your basic power suit. One final thing. Underground interference is preventing radio transmissions. Check in with me at any network stations you find.
Uploading data.
Both Emmy you encountered were clearly trying to capture you. They may have been hacked. If so, it's reasonable to assume all Emmy will be hostile. Emmy send out a pulse to detect vibrations in the air within a certain range. Essentially, they can hear you. Upon detecting vibrations, an enemy enters surveillance mode to track their source. Stay out of its line of sight when this happens. Otherwise, the danger to you increases dramatically. An enemy that has seen you will begin pursuit. Part of the pursuit protocol is to seal the enemy's own exits. You will be trapped inside. To survive, you must leave its range of pursuit. Evade the enemy and it will disengage. This will also unseal the exits. An enemy never leaves its assigned zone. Their control system must permit them to operate only within that range. I estimate a 99% probability of death if an enemy captures you. There may be a very small opportunity to escape, but exploiting this window will be virtually impossible. The enemy are immune to your current weapons. You lack the unique energy used to defeat the first enemy. You're only your highest priority in an enemy zone.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a break here. I will be back. Thank you for stopping by if you're out there, and peace.